You are now live. Love when it says that. That means the Wi-Fi is lit. What's up, Britt? Hey, y'all. It's about to be a dope session today. How are you guys doing? Happy Thursday. Tons of positivity, positive vibes. Oh, we got Hec in here on time. Love it.
You know I'm always on time. Come on now. Come on now. You know I don't miss a beat.
You right. Look at that. Like we got matching backgrounds.
I want to be like you because I know you be fancy. That's the Cirrus Tower, and that's the Trump Tower right there. This y'all. Come on now. I got to keep up with you.
Oh my God! Please.
I can show you the lake too because I'm trying to be like you.
Oh, you got them both.
Hey, relax. Hey, slow down.
Biggest question: how'd you get a haircut during quarantine, man?
Hey, look, when you got good friends, you got good people, man, you know, you always stay for. Oh no, I have my barber come to my crib every 2 weeks. So
okay.
I told him, you don't stop rotation, you know. You feel me? I just have him come in here. We just do it. Everybody hurting, but he only mess with me. He don't mess with too many people. So.
Oh, okay.
It's good
That's
people.
dope. You got a good circle around you. We're gonna talk about that too.
Network, man. That's why we on here, because I got you.
Please. It's likewise. But man, for everyone that this is their first time on the live, welcome to Be Great, Good to Great. We're highlighting people and their journeys, talking about how they got there and answering any questions y'all got. So if you got any questions for Hec along the way, please put them in the comment section or in the Q&A box and we'll get it cracking. But without further ado, man, Hec, we met back at SIU, I would say 2011 maybe, 2010.
I don't know. It was early.
It was early.
Mm-hmm.
Almost at the 10-year mark.
For sure.
But
definitely.
Back when I met Hec, he was always about fitness, right? Like I wanted to start working out, start training. I saw him in the gym. He was like, "Let me train you." That was eons ago, but he's still been super consistent since up until now, right? 2020 and beyond. But Hec, I want you to talk about just a little bit of background about yourself, where you're from, and what you do now.
Oh, okay. So I'm from Chicago. What else? So how I started my fitness journey basically would be play basketball all the way up to college, you know, then didn't kind of play at SIU like I wanted. Went back home for a year, played college ball there. Then I came back to SIU to finish out my 4 year. And then after that, put down the ball, ended up picking up the weights, got into fitness. Then I was in fitness. Then, you know, I did my bodybuilding transition where everybody's like, oh my God, how did you get so hard work? That's how I got swole. Then after that, you know, I kind of moved into, I was doing that for a while. Then I'm still do that, still help people with ball too. But then I transitioned more into boxing, strength and conditioning stuff. And then I still do that as well. Then got more into the mental aspect of stuff, got into more life coaching and just, I kind of touch it all. So I kind of do everything. But yeah, so SIU was where I started my personal training journey, is like when I went from athlete to coach. Because, you know, when Rakaya, when she picked me for The Biggest Loser.
Mm-hmm.
So when we had that program, so how I started was basically, what did she do? So she came to me and she was the head of Snack, that nutritional group, and they wanted to do The Biggest Loser. And then she asked me, did I want to be the trainer of it? And I was like, hell yeah. So basically what we did, she sent around a form across the whole SIU. I think we had like, we had like 500 people apply for it to be on it. You know, we ended up setting up interviews for the top, like the biggest 100 people. I sat down, interviewed those people. We ended up having everybody lose. Well, we cut it from 100 to I think 18 people for that group. Mm-hmm. Everybody lost like 10, 20 pounds in only 4 or 5 weeks. And we talking about people that was 300-400. Yeah, it's a big. But you know, I ended up training Jazz, who was my main client, that basically kind of took me off, because we went from what did we go from 332 to 222. So we
Wow.
lost 100. Yeah, so we lost 100 pounds in 7 months. But that's what took me off in like training side. But again, as I tell people, it's like it's not just me. Like if my clients end up taking what we teach them and going along with it, then we're good. So it's like there's no issue with it. And again, they make me look good. It's just like I just give you the information, and with people following through, just makes me look a lot better.
So you were always just in sports regardless, and that's what
Yeah,
kind
so
of started you to that.
yeah, I've actually always been athletic. Like I just picked up tennis less than 6 months ago, and I love it. Like it's ridiculous. Like at the new gym, other gym I work at with Kamal Murray, who's Sloan Stevens' coach. He brought me. Well, he didn't bring me in. I actually found it. We actually developed a relationship, and I took over the fitness facility on Access Tennis on 53rd and State. So, but then me being around there, I took like a couple lessons with there because during the summer, the college kids come back to help all the kids in summer camp that they got there, and they all playing tennis. Like, man, I always want to try this, and it took nothing but a couple months to do it. The only thing I got to work on is my serve. But other than that, I love that shit. Like, that shit is amazing. Like, I love tennis. Like, I ended up buying 8 pairs of shoes. I got the little short shorts. I got the little headbands and stuff. Look, I don't even, look, I even got it right here. Look, I got my little tennis wristbands and stuff. I don't play that.
Oh my gosh.
I went all out. Like, all I was thinking about was tennis for like months straight, just looking up stuff and then just playing with the college kids before they end up leaving. But I loved it.
So how did this become like a business for you, right? Where did it turn from fun to like, okay, I'm doing this Biggest Loser because like this is dope, it's something that I know how to do, to like now I want to make money off of this?
Okay, so basically after the Biggest Loser, it was more, and it was crazy because I was getting in trouble for training people at the rec. I don't know if you was with me one time or somebody was with, I was with Bubba. And we was literally working out together, and they came in, you can't train them. The head of the rec came to me, and they was like, if you want to work here, you got to work for us. I'm like, no, fuck that, y'all, scratch that. So it's just like, I'm not going to do that. But then again, I learned, like, I ended up switching my major. So that's when it happened, probably when I came back after that program. I left to go play ball, came back and switched my major to exercise science, or just like the School of Kinesiology. I went to sports administration. But I was doing, I think I was in accounting, and in my senior year, I switched. So I went into that and then went into training. And then it was like just making extra money, because I was basically, if you ask me, I'm the person who started fitness, back at SIU when nobody was doing it. All them Saturdays, I had them Saturday morning workouts where people would come meet in front of the student center. We would run all the way to reserves, and then we would run back, do workouts in between, stuff like that. And I was just charging people $10, $20. So it was just like, I knew what I wanted to do. Then I went to go get certified, finish up my degree. And then I went home and found a spot to train in. And honestly, that's when it turned into a business, when I was like, okay, it's more about everybody else. But I've always been that person for fitness back at school. Like, again, fitness is huge now. But back in 2010, 2011, it was like people weren't really the wave it is now. And so that's why I tell people, it's like, and it's not to be cocky, but I'm your trainer's favorite trainer, because your trainer came to me and asked me for advice, because I've turned 8, 9 people into it. Even, not to say I turned CC into it, but CC, who played college basketball here, is now a trainer out south. But again, I went to her seminars. I help everybody, and I don't mind supporting people, but it's like they all come after me, even though like I started it. Like, again, everybody knows Hec's been in it, and then now everybody is slowly getting into fitness, and now it's just getting real big.
Have you ever struggled with like pricing, right? Like before, you're right, you said you charge people like $10, $20.
Look, so it's basically, so I still have this problem to today, where what I feel like I'm valued, what my market is, and then what I deal in to settle with. Because look, so to be honest, so we came out with a digital course. Me and my girl came out with the Slim to Thick digital course. And honestly, I think it's worth $500 if you just, everything we teach you. Because again, people don't understand that knowledge is important. Everybody always just wants to plan, do it, and that's it, that's all. But it's like, again, you teach a man to fish. He eats for forever. You just give him a fish. He just eats for the day. So it's just like, I like empowering people with knowledge to the stuff. So we set the price at $300. 1 or 2 people bought it. I wasn't happy with it. It was like a weekend, and I'm just like, okay, at what price point is the market gonna buy it at? But then again, it's a value where I have to struggle with myself. If I feel like I'm worth $300, I'm gonna hold it out. But at the same time, if we talk business, it's the supply and demand. Okay, if the supply is, there's so many programs out there, why are people gonna buy mine? So it's tough to do it. But of course, it was, as I got better, of course, I increased my prices. But again, my market, of course, is more minorities, more just people, younger people. I'm not trying, like, but that's what I like. You feel me? You know me. I'm part of the hood up in life my whole life. So it's just like, I just don't, I rock with white people, but I'm light skinned. You feel me? So it's just like, so again, I and I work more out south, so I got to struggle with the price difference, where it's like, I'll be okay. I'll take the hit because I train people who are to train. You know,
Right.
it doesn't mean that am I worth more? For sure. But am I okay with setting my price at what it is and just letting it ride out? Cool. You know, yeah. So it's just like, that's the struggle that I deal with. And even today, like even back then it was $20. So like what I would charge what? I would take Link out there. Like it didn't matter. Like right when I started, yeah, I'm like, shit, I mean, back in school, I didn't really struggle for nothing. No, we weren't buying anything but food. You know, living in reserves, I wasn't buying nothing but food. So it was just like, how much do I want to charge? And college kids, their pocket's not big unless they got their refund check. So $10 a session, things like that. So I'm looking at, you buy 12 sessions for $120. Now I charge 12 sessions like $500. You know, but that's just me getting better over time, knowledge, what I can do, and things like that. So, you know, I get better. Price just goes up every time.
Now, does that depend on your audience? So I know from just people who look at your Instagram and your profile all the time, right? You're very transparent about the people that you train. And so you got some people who are celebrities, some people who are just, you know, normal, everyday people that you see on the street.
So, you know, I'm very transparent, so I'm not really going to care. But most of my celebrities don't pay. But let me tell you why. Just because I understand that I'm not one of the top, in my head, I'm one of the top tier trainers. Marketing wise and Instagram, I'm not. So again, even if they post me on their page, if I get a post, so imagine if I don't charge them nothing, but another 1,200 people come to my page, 2 of them buy, I've made my money back. So I'm not really worried about it. And again, it depends how much they come to me and how good our relationship is. You know, so I don't really be tripping about paying them or not, because that's not my main clientele. That's what I show. Why? Because that's what marketing likes. Oh, you work with this person. So automatically people just want to come to me and be like, oh, well, since you work with them, they got to trust you, which is true. But you don't know that until you see my resume of who I trained. So, but then again, I just went up, and I don't go up crazy. I go up maybe like $5, $10 a session a year. Like that, I just steadily growing and growing from 360 to 420 to 480. And I just go up year after year.
How do you add these people to your network too?
So it depends. If you're in the city, I'll hit you up, and just say, hey, for instance, Jacob Lattimore. So I was at the Drake concert, you know, one of my friends got me in a VIP for a cheap price. He ended up walking by. I had seen his movies. I think it was Slight or something like that. And it was a movie. I remember, I'm like, hey man, I loved you in that movie. So he went to go sit down by himself. And me not knowing he did boxing at the time, I walked over to him. He's sitting by himself, like, hey man, how long you in Chicago? He's like, man, I'm shooting a shot. I'll be here for another 6 months. So I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, you know, if you want to work out or something, you know, I do boxing and stuff. He's like, yeah, you know, I do that too. So again, he was like, man, look, take my number, take my Instagram, we chop it up. And he was in the gym just that next, it was what, Friday, Saturday? He was in the gym Monday working with me.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's just about having, you know, I feel like I can talk to a lot of people. So it's not like, you know, I got that personality, just I'm a good, genuine guy. So people fuck with me. And then again, I'd be like, well, you know, I train this person. And in Chicago, everybody knows everybody. Like I trained Kyle off of 107.5. You know, I trained Charmaine off Black Ink. And, you know, everybody kind of know, it's small in Chicago. Everybody knows who the top people to go to in Chicago are. So I do that. But if we're talking about celebrities outside of Chicago, like the All-Star Weekend, if I'm trying to get people, I honestly just email them. And again, just like how club promoters try to pay them to get into the club, I pay them for a session in the gym. You know, if they don't really just rock with it and want to do it for free, I'm like, man, I don't mind paying you for the time. 1, I got the space. 2, I got the budget to do it.
Right.
And again, it's not even I pay for them to like me. I pay you to come into the door because you're going to love what you're going to do. You're going to love working with me, and you're going to love the person I am. So it's like after that first time, it's all love after that. You're going to come in. You're not going to charge me. It is what it is. And you're going to do it because you genuinely want to do it. So
that's facts. I appreciate you, Johnny, for that comment too. And also, if y'all got any questions for Hec, feel free. Like, don't make me ask all the questions. Ask him anything you want. He told me nothing's off the table.
Yeah, I'm very transparent. I don't like to hold shit back. I am who I am in front of the camera and off the camera. So it's like this is truly who I am. So I don't like putting a front on for fitness. Like people feel like since you're in fitness, you got to be a professional. Like, look, I can do whatever I want to do at the end of the day. This is my vessel on to make money and to help people. Just the same way. It's like I'm very big into therapy. I've sent like 50 people to therapy, but me being able to talk to people about fitness, about what they want to do to their body, and me just caring about the individual as a whole, then I might transfer them to, or I might just send them other places that they need help in other areas that I have a good network in to send them to. So it's like, if I can help you not only with your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, if I can help you, that is my job. And I'm a trainer, yeah, and that's why me and you were talking like, what do you want to be known as? I'm just like, well, I guess if you put it in simple terms, yeah, personal trainer, but I'm much more than that. So it's just it's tough.
When did you just touched a little bit on mental health, but when did mental health become very serious for you?
I was in my relationship 2016 or 2015, and my girlfriend at the time, ex-girlfriend, she told me I was starting to be like my mother. And that hit a trigger for me. It was like, damn, am I starting to turn on my mom? And me and my mom don't get along. You know, I told her just like this, until you go to therapy, we really don't have nothing to talk about right now when it comes to like getting along type stuff in that area. Like we can be cordial and stuff. Yeah, hi, bye, you know, simple things. But I can't really sit there and have a conversation with her. So she hit me with that line. And luckily, Anuncia, my therapist who goes to SIU or went to SIU, graduated, got her PhD and everything, I had access to her. So I'm like, after I was thinking about that for a while, I read the book, The Mask and Masculinities. So which basically that is a book about how men portray to be somebody else who they're really not be. But again, society makes us feel that way, where it's like, I have to be strong, I have to be funny, I can't show no emotion and stuff like that. So we hide behind who we truly are. But I've always been a person where I am who I am. I don't, you know, if I want to sing some Beyonce, if I want to sing some Dirk or Chief Keef, I'm going to be me at the end of the day. I'm cool with my
You did do car concerts.
You feel me? So again, it's just like I'm that person that doesn't have to worry about the fuck you singing Beyonce for, boy. You get it. Like, I'm never worried about that. So I read that book, did that, and then I hit up Nuncia like, let me fix some things within myself that I know that want to get fixed. I don't want to turn out like my mom. You know, not saying she's a bad woman or nothing. It's just the personality wise, and you know, you got some stuff you need to forgive people for and things like that. So I hit up Nuncia. We had a consultation, and then after that, every time, probably for a year and a half straight, I would go probably once a week to go see her. And it was I tell people all this all the time, that's the best decision I ever made in my life. It made me very more self-aware. You know, you take accountability, responsibility for yourself, your action, and what you do, how to treat certain situations, how to sit back and analyze people's emotions and find out why you being triggered and things like that. So, man, I learned so much in it. And again, the reason why I had preached it so much, because I actually did my 2 years in therapy first, then help people. Because again, I seen the post, which I agree was like, the hurt can't help. You know, so it's like, if I'm not whole and I don't, and that's why people don't understand, like, you know, how is your cup always full? I said, look, I can give to somebody for many hours and my cup's still full because I'm good. Like I tell people I'm good because I went to therapy, because I handled the demons I needed to, because I know how to move and analyze things and how to control my emotions and how not to go off the deep end, how to talk to people and things like that. And a lot of people don't understand that, especially dudes, especially the younger generation. So if I'm able to help them get to that point where it's just like, hey, I got you, you know, so it's cool. It's just, you just got to let me help you how I was helped. And again, if I can't help you, because a lot of people come in, sit down and cry to me, honestly. Like they really sit there, we break down. Like I ask people why your goals, what your goals are.
People who train with you?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. People, because again, it's like I asked this girl one time, it was like, why do you want to gain weight? And you have to really get down to the bottom of it, because I tell people all the time, mentally, you got to be ready for this journey. Yeah. So she broke down to me on how insecure she was of being so small. Like being very small. So again, even my girlfriend, she was weighed 105. So that's why we kind of put her experience in, and then we put my expertise in, and we launched the course Slim to Thick. So it's like people do struggle with it. People don't understand that they're in fitness, that they're really trying to get away from something they don't like. So again, it's not just, it's more than losing weight or building muscle or doing something. It's, I'm really insecure with what I see in the mirror, and now I'm trying to fix it. It's not, I love myself for who I am, and I'm trying to be better. It never goes like that. So I'm just here to do it because I understand when I first got into fitness, it was, I'm skinny, I'm ugly, nobody's gonna like no girl, I'm not gonna get no girls. So now it was more of a vengeful time. I honestly worked out because of vengeance. It was just like, look, let me stun on all the girls that stunned on me, and that it helped. It didn't help the way it was supposed to. Like I love my body. I went hard and I did everything and discipline that I needed to, but at the end of the day, it's still all about your mental health and how is that and how are you going to hold up amongst that. I did it, and then again, it's just like, I know that's not the reason. You know, everything comes from love, which is cool. So I just know I needed to find a different way to go about what I was doing out of love instead of out of hate. Because most people hate themselves and what they look like. That's why they go as far as what's called, look at Darwin, funny ass.
Yeah, he said because Darwin was bigger than
He was. Like me and Darwin been working out since SIU, and that's what I'm saying. Like me and Darwin been training since SIU. You know, seeing him doing it, and even, you know, we went to, he just had a, what did he just have? He had a 3-on-3 tournament, which I brought a couple of kids I trained in basketball to. We ended up coming in second place, but I supported it, you know. I paid the money, did everything, and that's my homie. You know, we've been lifting for a minute. You know, so yeah, I appreciate that. In the relationships you build from college, like me and you know, they just flourished from 10 years ago.
Right. So and I think you're touching on this for like the result of mental illness and why people work out. But out of all the people that you trained or come in contact with, do you think people want to change their body because, like you said, is it like a confidence thing? Or do you think a lot of people also want to change their bodies for other people, like their significant other?
Well, again, that's why you sit down, because people aren't very self-aware. That's the first number thing. It's like we want to be seen as this certain person. We never want to be seen for who we truly are. And that's an issue where it's like, again, you got to put on that facade. But of course, people would lie to you like, I'm doing it for me. I hear you when you say that. I get it. I love that. But honestly, if you think about it, even if you think about the people that need to do surgery, why do you need that? And you have to just keep asking them why. And at the end of the day, it's like, well, I want a big butt. So why do you want a big butt? It gives me more confidence. Why does you having a big butt give you more confidence? Why are you insecure? So again, that's why I just want people to go from a different place when they work out. Like, go out of it at love. You can still go as hard as you can and still be angry in that moment. But understand this process about loving yourself and finding who you really are. Because I ain't worked out in consistently, probably like 2 years. Like I haven't, like I went from being from the athlete to the trainer. It's like, one, it's like people like, can you do both? I'm an extremist. I'm either 100% in or I'm not in at all. So me knowing what it takes to be a bodybuilder and to go through that process is, I got to take time away from everybody else. There's no in between, because people don't win in between. You don't win at giving 60%.
Right.
During that stuff, I got to give 100%. So, but now it's like, I know more money is going to come to me, because I was broke when I was bodybuilding. I was dead broke. So when I tell people, look, I made more money helping other people get to their goals, I'm cool with it. And my satisfaction in life is, as long as I help you, I'm happy.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. As long as you get to where you get to, and I know I helped you on that road, I'm cool with it.
And so you also just talked about your girlfriend, right? And I know I haven't met her yet, but I know, I'm assuming from what I see on both your profiles, you're both entrepreneurs, right? And
Yes.
so how does that dynamic work? Like, can you speak about like the balance of, you know, being in a relationship and having time to just be personal, and then like spending your time on business? Because I know, heck, sometimes if someone wants to book you, you're like, cool, I'll get to the money.
Right. So with me and her, it's different. Like, I never try to get in her way, and she never tries to get to mine. But again, we set things in advance. Like, if we need to do something, I'll take off that day for her. And that's what I kind of had to compromise, because if you know me, I'm working through anything. But when I'm single, it's like I don't really have no obligation. If I want to work, I'm gonna work. You know, and again, she does hair and stuff like that. So it's just like, and she's into fitness now too. So it's just like, I let her do what she needs to do, and I do what I need to do. But again, it's hard. The balance doesn't come in. The balance comes in where I have to turn off that business mode and turn into the personal mode, because she don't like that I push her all the way. How you doing? So because I'm hard. Like, I'm hard on people. Like, if you around me, and I am hard on people. So it's just like, people don't understand the fact that it's like, watching The Last Dance, I relate to Mike so much. Like, I drag her through some shit she don't want to go to, but it's the better for yourself. It's the better for the all around goal. And a lot of motherfuckers don't like that shit. But again, it's like, if you want to be around me, I have to help you get better. Like, come my friends, like, we can't talk about certain shit because it's not positive. Like, me and my homies, like, if it's Travell and Darwin, and they argue about politics all the time. I said, look, I don't care who's in office. Trump is not. That's not going to stop us from doing what we need to do. Trump never never messed up none of my money. Obama never messed up none of my money. That's on me. I can't even get into that conversation until I'm able to be powerful enough to now change the dynamic of what politics really is. Like, I got to make it there first. So we arguing about, I don't care. We can't change shit. Like, it's not voting time right now. We're not doing stuff. So it's like, look, we control what we can control. And again, it's like, I want to push better. It's like, you can't. And then again, my biggest thing is, people can't talk to me if they haven't done what they've done. So it's just the fact of, if you told me you want a goal and I ask you every day, did you do it? Did you do it? And then people starting to fall away because they didn't do it. It's like, we can't talk. Like, and that's just the way I hold my close friendships, where it's like, I like to hold people accountable, and I want the same thing. If I said I'm gonna do something, get on my ass about it, because again, I want to be better. You know, I think that's the best way to friendships. And it's like, I want to compete with my friends. You know, a lot of people don't want to compete with each other. It's like, oh, we're friends, we don't compete. I get that, but I'm still want the best for you, but I'm not going to harm you in my pursuit of better than you. And that's what people don't understand. And
that's friendly competition too.
Yeah, which is fine, but people don't understand how to envy. I don't envy, like, again, my friends that make more money than me, I don't envy them or get mad. I want to be on that same level. So I don't look at them like, fuck them or shit like that. Like I want to do something horrible to them to get it down. No, I don't want to raise my level up. You feel me? Like I've had conversations with motherfuckers who have millions of dollars who help me be better. I don't wish bad on nobody, but I want to get it. I want to get to it too. And that's what people don't understand. And they don't know how to make the different lines. Like just because we competing don't mean I want no harm for you. I want both of us to reach that high level of expectations that we set for each other.
How'd you develop that mindset, right? That consistency, that tunnel vision, that focus. When did that come alive, or when did you notice that you possessed those qualities?
Basically, probably basketball, because I always wanted to be a leader. Like me, I'm very vocal. I talk a lot. Like any sports, whatever play. Like even when we did that competition, like dodgeball and shit, like I want to be loud, vocal, and I want to set the tone. That's just who I am. I always wanted to be that person, the leader that leads from the front, that sets everything up. Because a lot of people don't. It's a small percentage of people that actually want to do it and want to take responsibility of it. It's just like Kobe. Nobody forces you to be better. Nobody at all. You have to force yourself to be better. Once you're out under your parents' wing, you force yourself to be better. That's why a lot of people don't learn after college, because nobody forces them to do it. But it's like you want to do better for yourself, because I want to be in that category like Mike and Jordan, but just for life. The Eric Thomases, the things like that. Like I want to be able to be like, heck, help me change my life. And again, not only he is what he said he's going to do. Like again, my word is my biggest thing. Again, if I'm here at 5, if I tell you yes, I'm going to do something. So that's my biggest thing. Is like I need to keep my word. If not, I am not what I say. It doesn't matter what I do. I have to. And again, that accountability comes from those words. A lot of people say shit that they don't come through. That's what accountability comes in. So it's just like I've always, from sports and then bodybuilding, it's just like nobody pushes you to do bodybuilding. You are in a very dark place where I have to get up in the morning at 6 a.m., do cardio, go train a client, eat 2 meals, go back to the gym at 1 o'clock, eat another meal, train one more client, go back to the gym at 11 p.m. and do it in and day out. But again, it's just like I want it. Like I don't like losing. Anything in the competition, I don't like losing. And,
is that why you're so passionate?
Yeah, and that's why I don't. And it irritates me when people always talk about this Mamba mentality and I want to give Kobe a tribute. Y'all don't work as hard as you think you do. Like that's the thing. There's always, and at the end of the day, there's always more work to do. At the end of the day, I don't care what you're doing. There's always more work to do. Where it's like never be complacent until you're older. Like Kobe gave his all to the game, then he was gonna chill. It's like people haven't given their all to anything, and still think it's okay to chill. It's like, heck, you want to go out? No, I am not. I tell myself all the time, until I'm making $1 million, like when my app comes, and that's why I don't want to take no vacations. Like, let me put this out first. My vacation is not going nowhere. In my head, I'm not dying no time soon, and I'll be okay if I don't, because I'm gonna, on my funeral, if I end up dying before that, I'm gonna know I died a hard worker. That's what people want. I want to be known for that, working hard, helping people, and just being a great guy who gives back. So that's what I want to be like known for, type shit. Like, and that's just the characteristics that I represent, and that's what I'm proud of.
I want you to talk about your app, because I think you brought it up a little bit, but I think people that are on the live now should hear about it and like why they should use it for when it comes out.
Okay, so basically we're masterclass, but for fitness, wellness, and health, fitness, wellness, and sports. So basically, you know, masterclass has all these people on there. Cool, right? So now we're gonna do it for fitness. So I have 12 sections on there. We got basketball, which hopefully I'm going to obtain Skylar Diggins. We got Gervonta Davis, which is one of the best boxers in the game for boxing. We got tennis from Sloane Stephens, which is the top 25 player in the world. One of the small percentage of black women who are the best. Basically the next Serena. You know, her and her coach are going to be on there. I got both of my boxers on there, Destiny and Christian. I got my therapist on there, Anuncia. I got David Reevy, the head of React Physical Therapy, on there. Upper body workouts with Down from Black Ink and Down from Black Ink and Jacob. For lower body, I got who I got for lower body? Train with Marissa, who was another friend, trainer of mine. And then I got Soraya. Who else do I got? Nutrition, I got my chef that I use for my meal preps, and a registered dietitian. Strength and conditioning, I still got to find a couple more people for that. But I just wanted to bring in me. So what am I? Again, I can talk about everything. And again, I got financial fitness on there too. We talk about IRAs. We talk, again, just like you and Spencer had that conversation. It's like, I touch everything. I'm in the stock market too. That's why I was on there. Like, man, you can't just box me in on one thing, because I love to learn so much, you know, and that's what people understand. Like, oh, stick to this niche. Yeah, that's fine. But you can also be very versatile and do what you want. So that's me. And exactly, that's me. I have everything all in one place. So again, that's what the app is. It's basically, let's say 12 sections, 360 videos. But what makes mine different from master classes, now it's interactive. So you have your own profile just like Instagram. So now just like Instagram, you can upload your pictures. But what I want you to upload is you working out and your progress through your fitness journey of yourself. That's it. Again, nobody's going to see it on the back end. Nobody's going to judge you on it. So again, it's yours. So now on my end and on the interface, or the trainer's interface, is you're going to be able to give one video critiqued on that end, where it's like, hey, if I'm doing squats, I want you to critique my squat video. I'll go in there, send them a video after watching, like, hey, you need to keep your knees further apart, keep your chest up, go a little lower in your squats, just so they know. And I'm going to let them do it. Of course, if they want more videos, we'll upcharge them type stuff. But again, it's just the basics of you having somebody to help you on the other end. Right. So that's what I'm making. Again, you know, people scroll through their phones all day looking for pictures of what they used to look like. Well, now if you have somewhere where you don't have to, boom, it's all right there. So it's just like, you good. You don't need to go nowhere else for your app. And yeah, so it's like very interactive. We have a lot of good, useful information. Again, I want to bring back the credibility when it comes to fitness, wellness, and health, and give people a real understanding of what this actually means. Like, people, again, we can look at fitness and Instagram. Half the people, and that's the thing why it's so saturated, because everybody can get into it and call themselves a trainer without getting a certification, without going through years of work or actually understanding the science behind this shit. And that's why it gets those people like that. And that's why it's like the market, supply and demand. There's just too many fucking trainers out here that shouldn't be trainers, but people go to them. Why? Because they look good or they're in their area, where it's like, it's better to not do it than do it bad and accidentally hurt yourself. So again, people don't know no better, honestly. And honestly, they don't care. All they focus on, do you have the result? And they don't know how people got them. They don't care to know the knowledge. And that's why I want to bring that back, where it's like, I'm giving you the power when I'm giving you the knowledge. Again, it's not about me. I don't need you to keep coming back to me. Again, my job is to get you to where you get to and then send you on your way. So I want to make that all in one app. Just have the best celebrities, the best doctors on there that I trust. And again, me having a fitness section, the fitness classes, me bringing all my Chicago trainers in one place. And then I'm going to have them shoot like 2 or 3 videos each. And then you can choose which day you want to do a workout by which trainer you want to do. And so it's just everything that I feel like you need. Because again, if you go on there for sports, right? Say you're a basketball player, you get your basketball drills in there, boom. Now, of course, you need to know how to work out. I got the strength and conditioning side of it. Okay, now you're having problems with your mental health. You can go right to the mental health section, get some knowledge that you didn't know, or questions about yourself that you really want asked. After that, you can go to finance. Hey, I need to look at my finances. Let me see what I can learn from it. So it's just about, it's life in general. It's not only just one thing. Your journey will never be just fitness. Again, It's health. And again, if you hurt yourself, physical therapy on there. To prevent injuries, physical therapy is on there. So again, it's just like, it's everything. Even I got bodybuilding section from the best bodybuilders that do men's physique. I want you to have everything, but everything is me. Those sections are what I preach, but I want to bring in the best of the best in there, but then also help you on the back end of it. Not just give you the information. No, we'll still be interactive with it. And I think that's what's going to separate it, because no app out there, at least for fitness, is like that.
How can people support you or stay up to date, or even reach out to you to get updates about this app, or just talk to you in general?
Just to talk to me in general, Instagram probably be the best place. Honestly, I don't have to. Well, I got Facebook, but not too many people are on there. You know, I got an HDC fitness page, but mostly Instagram. And again, even email is a part of my bio. Even my number is on the bio. So if people want to text me, call me, or whatever, obviously for information about fitness, not no bullshit. So yeah, and again, I'm a guy. You know, it's different. I'm not a girl, so people don't really hit me up about random shit that is unnecessary. So most of the time I'm good. But yeah, either my phone number, my email, or just Instagram in general.
We got a couple questions that I want to address. One up above, and I think you mentioned this too, but like, do you recommend getting a certification to become a trainer?
Yes, only because that's the like, to me, that's the bare minimum. Again, there is nobody who, they can call themselves a trainer, but again, it's just like, you don't understand the knowledge. And this is basic principles of anatomy. What else is it? Just like the movements in general. And again, it's just the exercise physiology of it. Just understanding how everything, your systems in your body and how they work, and why you need to do certain exercises, why you need to be precautious, why you need to give these assessments, and just things like that, where it's just simple. When you see people do it, like, you have to ask themselves, what is the purpose of this workout? And that's my biggest thing. We don't, and I people like people tag me and shit all the time. And I'm like, why are you sending me this? Look at that. I said, what is the purpose of what that person is doing? If it has no purpose, we don't do the shit. Like, people who do extra outrageous stuff, cool, that's them. I don't go against it. I don't bash it or whatever. That's just not what we do on my side. Again,
Right.
if it's not, if it has no purpose for it, it's not powerful, or if we don't need it, I'm not going to do it. And my biggest thing again is time. I want to get you. People always ask the question, how do I get to my results the fastest? I say you do everything right for, I won't say a short period of time, but you get strict with everything. There is you can't lack off. I don't give you no cheat days if you say you want to do this, because what's everybody's goal? I want to get this in fucking 30 days. I want to change. I said, well, you got to be perfect in them 30 days to see that transformation go from this to that. But a lot of people don't want to do it when I tell them what the guideline is. You got to do for those 30 days.
And you talked about time too. We got another question. So how much time did you invest into building HDC Fitness?
This is when did we start? 2012. So what, 8 years, I guess. I'm 8 years in. I think no. When was maybe 13? I'm 7 or 8 years into fitness.
Okay.
I think so.
But like hours, like, because entrepreneurs,
Well,
I asked that question.
Yeah, so if you're talking about hours, shit, a million, all of them. I mean, basically, yeah. So again, that's why people don't understand. So I'm a student. So,
that's what she was getting to. I'm sure it takes over 10,000 hours to perfect the craft.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. And it's not even, because I would spend, like, I would make 100,000 a year. Yeah, but I'm putting in 60, 70 hours a week of training, because I had so many people that wanted to and me touching so many areas. I can do boxing, personal training, life coaching, bodybuilding, and I can touch so many careers. So I don't have one market. I'm one of the only trainers in Chicago in the world that can touch everything. Again, not too many people can pad with their boxers and do them in strength and conditioning. They only can do one of the both. But me studying and want to be better, just for me, because I always tell my boxers, I need to be useful to you in no matter which way. But that I want to learn. People just want to be around and support just to be like, congrats. No, do something. I need to be able to do something for you. So, but yeah, no, definitely more than 10,000 hours for sure.
We just got a great question too. How do you know when you have a good trainer?
One, he informs you of the knowledge.
Or she.
Yeah, apologize. Yeah, he or she tells you that gives you good knowledge and helps you and encourages you more than just your fitness level. Like a person that actually cares for you. And again, it's hard if you have them break down why you're doing something. And again, it's the form of why do we squat like this, things like that. And even if you have to compare to why do they do that over there and we do this over there, like I have to break that down all the time, where it's like, well, they do this. Well, let me tell you why they do that. And let me tell you why my way is just more efficient. So if you ask a person a question and they can't break it down to you, you have to be kind of very skeptical, because this is supposed to be your area of expertise. Tell me why you don't know it.
Right. And then where do you recommend getting your certification?
There's a lot of good ones. ISSA, ACE, and NASM will be the top three just for personal trainers. Like if you just want to be, and then again, it's like people are talking about, like, it's not that much. It's $500, if that, to get a regular certification. You read a book, you get the knowledge of it, because again, it can't hurt you. There's no way it can hurt you. It's just people just be too lazy in the fitness. Well, I don't need to learn it. You don't, honestly. Like, what I'm gonna say, you don't need to learn it. You don't need to learn it to have a successful fitness business. So again, it's different. It's just like when people go over there, like I've had a lady she got to be like 50 or 60. My knees hurts. I never could squat the right way. I fixed her squat and she was like, man, this is how I was supposed to do it on loan. But I'm like, yes, but who's been teaching you for the last 20 years?
Right.
And then again, it's just like people don't know no better. So it's hard because that's not their area of expertise. And then of course you're just going to pay somebody you look at and trust. People don't ask the questions. Do you have a certification? How long have you been doing this? They don't ask those questions when you're looking for a trainer. It's just, I see them on Instagram. I like what they do. I see their results. Let me go to them.
Right. Do you think people should ask that though when they go see them?
Oh, for sure. But again, it's just, I don't know if we're scared, if people are scared to ask the question or don't want to offend their trainer. But again, I don't think people do, because we do it for everything else. It's like a doctor, even though we don't do it with a doctor, they have to have a certain level of education to help you, right? So my thing is, why don't we have to have a certain level of education to help you with your exercise? Because again, if you get fucked up, that's on us.
Right.
Exactly.
And that could be for life.
And again, now if we're talking about business wise, a lot of people don't own their business. They don't have insurance. I got insurance on my clients. Y'all fuck up, I'm good. Like, even though, and again, y'all can only sue my business. Y'all not gonna sue me. But again, half of the people don't have insurance. Half of the people don't have them sign waivers. So that's the difference between being good at fitness and having a fitness business. You don't have, and that's why people get mad. Like, I have contracts that people have to sign for the money wise. I got waivers that they have to sign before we even get started with, the liability of what you're putting yourself into and things like that. But a lot of people don't do that side of fitness. Again, on the outside is just results, but on the back end, it doesn't make it a business. Just because you collect money doesn't make it a business.
What other programs or opportunities have you done that you would recommend for people to do so that they can get more knowledgeable on fitness or the business of having a company?
And that's hard. It's hard to say. Honestly, it's like you got to read books. Because again, I couldn't tell you about business. Even from fitness side, it's just, again, doing your taxes. No, again, I'd have to outsource that. Like, I'm not going to do my taxes. I'm going to get an accountant for that. I'm going to understand. And I just have to understand of writing down everything. A lot of people don't write shit down or understand what their expenses are. Me, the only way I track it is through QuickBooks Self-Employed, because I put all my transactions through there. Of course, I'm not going to count cash. I don't care what the IRS is. Y'all not getting more of my goddamn money. All right. So it's just like, I don't count anything I count in cash. So I'm like, okay, cool. Less income that they know about, less I'm taxed on, things like that. But when it comes to fitness programs for knowledge, honestly, it's just picking up books that have to do with anatomy, nutrition, and stuff like that. But people don't want to take the time out to read it because it's a lot. They expect their trainer to do that for them so they can basically summarize what they just learned to do it in simple form. So it's tough where it's like, unless people really don't want to know the knowledge unless they're going to become a trainer. People just want okay, give it to me. How do I do it? Give it to me. How do I do it? I'm like, okay, cool. And a lot of people don't ask questions. But
that's all parts of, I feel like, life. People always want to get like, what's the quick and easiest way for me to do this now?
Yeah, like I got to argue with people about Forex and shit. I'm like, look, I invest in the stock market. I do my own research. I don't need a team. Again, it's me watching YouTube videos, me reaching out to the right people, me having friends in it that, again, at the end of the day, I'm putting up my money. Nobody else is doing that. It's all about me. And again, I don't need a team like Forex, like, hell, so let me sign you up. Let me do this. I don't need none of that shit. You're not going to make money off me by me making money. I can do it myself. If you have an investment group, cool, things like that. But I don't need to sign you up for me to make money. And that's why I don't really do things like that.
Yeah, multi-level marketing. Do you have any other endeavors that you just talked about, right? You trade options, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all you do besides your fitness company? Just both of those?
Well, yeah, because again, it's like my goal for my app, of course, is if everything goes right within the first year, scale it to $1 million a year. I can get even, we talked about if I go into the insurance side of it, I can get it. And if I go into or company side, or if I go into social media, I'm going to get 100,000 people. Cool. So if I can make $1 million a month, pay everybody, my people, their revenue, come out with 300-400 G's a month, then I can do everything. But now it's just me training, me playing in the stock market, and me developing my app, because then that's going to be able to open up to me wanting to do real estate, obviously. And me, I want to make money because I want to help everybody else with their little endeavors and things like that. So it's about giving back. Because again, I'm not one of them people that need millions of dollars. Of course, I want it to be able to give back to people. That's it.
Right.
That's the only reason. And I want to set up something that the whole world knows about, which is basically my app. So if I have the biggest app in the world, I'm going to simply make my money and be good. I don't want to do anything else. Like, I just want to be happy.
Is that your ultimate goal?
Yes, for sure. Because again, it's like on top, like my ultimate goal is just to help people in general. Like, again, I still want to learn how to play the piano. I still got to learn Spanish. I still got to learn a lot of shit, but that's just for that's just for me to add to my repertoire. It's no big thing. I want to be able to be very knowledgeable. So my goal in life is just to be a student at all times. Always learn to be better. Now, when it comes to business, as long as I'm making $1 million for me, I think that's the limit. I'm making $1 million a month. Okay. So if I can build that successfully business-wise off my fitness company, I've came and done what I needed to do. Now it's about helping people get back. And of course, I'll still play in the stock market, put a lot more money into it. But it's just like, that's where I'm happy. Again, I'm a minimalist when it comes to wanting things, but I know what my goals are. But it's for everybody else. Because me, I live to help everybody else. I want to be set, of course. But of course, I want to give it to give back. Like, I want to be able to walk down the street or just help somebody. Like, imagine motherfuckers at SIU that can't stay there because they have to worry about financial aid. No, here you go. Let me pay for your college tuition. I don't want you to stress. Boom. Because I know that's an investment. Like, I sat there and talked to some kids. But again, it's not until money comes involved that they understand. I told them, if y'all don't have, like, I asked them, raise their hand if you have D's or F. Damn near everybody did. So it's like, I told them, if you all bring your grades up and nobody has D's and F, I will give all of you guys $1,000 each. You should see the eyes light up, because again, people are motivated by different things, but with kids, it's mostly money, especially high school kids. But it's like, I shouldn't have to pay you to get to that level for doing something that you should do. But with family and life, everybody has different standards that they've set in their family dynamic. So it's like I can only control who I come across.
Right.
So it's tough.
I mean, I understand that. I mean, that was in my household too. They were like a 4.0 equates to $1 million, right? And it's more so what I didn't know at that point. I think I was motivated by money, but it's like the more you know, the more you grow. And it's not more so what I've learned, what my family taught me. It's not about the money. It's about what you know and your skills, because your skills are valuable and you'll always have money if you have those.
Exactly.
So,
And that's the reason where it's like I want to be able to do so much because I'm valuable all around. Like even though you
right.
come to me for fitness, I'll still give you life coaching tips. I'll still help you with everything you need. So it's just like, yeah, I'm good at one thing, but I'm good at damn near everything that I do because I take my time to study this shit. Same thing with my pad work in boxing. I sat behind Nate for like a year and a half, or just everybody who my fighter was fighting, all those coaches. I sat there and asked questions because again, I didn't want to be the fighter. I wanted to be the coach. So I have to look through their eyes and their perspective on what they're looking for. How does it happen? And took it outside the boxing ring to normal people. And now I'm one of the best pad people in the Midwest. But I studied that shit. People don't understand, like, well, how did you? And I look at everybody else and they send it to me like, hey, this person needs help. I said, I understand, but they don't want to grow. That's on them. You know, I understand where I work with professionals because I put myself in that area to help them. Again, I'm valuable, right? So
right.
imagine now, again, I can help them in strength condition, but now if they need extra pad work, they don't have to wait on their coaches to do it. I can do it with them. So like you said, as long as you're always valuable, you're always going to make money.
So if you could go back to any age, to a young Hector, what age would that be, and what would you tell yourself?
Honestly, I would probably go back to 14 when I started high school to just have more self-confidence, because I think when I was playing ball, I didn't play AAU because honestly I was scared, and I don't know why I was scared of the competition at the time, where it's like I would have took more risks in life, things like that. I would have been more knowledgeable and read more. Read. I think as kids we don't read enough, and again, just learn things that are actually important in life, taxes, stocks, shit that regular kids at 14 do not know that they should know, that can set them up forever. So it's just being very more knowledgeable, but knowledgeable about the right stuff that actually matters in life. Not just the shit they teach you in school, just real stuff.
I love that. Do you have any mentors or mentees?
Yeah, I got a couple of mentees, but that would be just for fitness. Like people just hit me up on Instagram wanting to talk, how did you do it, what you've been doing, things like that. I give everybody all the books I read. Again, it's not just getting the one program or something like that. So I got hella books, but again, it's on sleep, it's on the biology of belief, so how we think, how it changes our chemistry, things like that. Sleep Better by Sean Stevenson, Jay Tita, a lot of anatomy books. And again, I'm just reading, what else was I reading? What's Megan Good's husband's name? What's that book I'm reading?
Oh,
Devin something.
Worth the Wait or something like that, Devin Franklin?
Yeah, so the Truth About Men I'm reading. So again, it's just like stuff that's going to help me as a man just understand things. And again, it's just personal growth, business growth, and just skill in general. So just books like that. So I give it to all of them out here. Look, this is what helped me get to where I am. And this is just the knowledge part. You know, the business part is still tricky to me because I hate the marketing of it. Like, I understand it's hard not to sell out, to do what everybody else is doing, what's the trend, and to stay true to what I do and what I'm good at.
I think you need to highlight that, right? That's, I think, a big thing for a lot of people. Like the Forex thing you talked about, right? I think now Forex, drop shipping products, or doing FBA, like a lot of these things, people see like a lot of good marketing on Instagram, which is great, right? You could do this and you can be a millionaire and make 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, but then people are going after the money, right? They're not going after what they want, and they realize that it's work, and they're like, wait, what? Like,
and that's what I'm saying. You told me I gotta do stuff? Like, that's the thing where it's like people avoid the hard work. But again, if you want to avoid the hard work at all costs, give me the money. That's why I gave one of my guys $100 off Forex. I said, look, if you so confident, here's $100, turn it into 1,000, keep 20% of the profit, give me back 80. I never seen it. So that's what I'm saying. And it's just like, even he admitted to me, I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, so you just proved my point. Why would I sign up to some shit where you don't know what you're doing? Why would you even feel comfortable coming to tell me, heck, you should do this when you can't even do it? I wouldn't even feel comfortable with that, about that. Like when I talk about stock options, I talk about the people who I looked up to. I really started when one of my homies told me what options was. I went to a YouTube video, an hour-long YouTube video, sat there, studied, and need to know what I need to know. Had some other friends in the stock market, talked to them, and then just got started. And just analyze it. And again, like they tell you with everything, research the stocks you want to do. Understand, okay, why is it low? Why is it high? What's going to go up? How the coronavirus and how the media can help or hurt your stock. So again, once you do all that, you good. And again,
Right.
it's just like don't trade what you don't know and things like
Yep.
that. But people just want to be told, hey, you do this call, put your money on this, and then you'll be fine. But I'm like, no, you got to do the research yourself too. Unless you're my homie and you got
Yep.
enough bread, because a lot of people don't even have the money to play in the stock market, which is cool. But y'all want to spend money on different stuff. Like, look, this is what I'm invested in. If you don't like it, oh well, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's not going to affect what I'm doing.
You have to learn your business. And I mean, that's with anything. If you invest in somebody, right, you better know that you're trusting that person. Whatever you invest in, it's better to be knowledgeable about it. Because if you're not knowledgeable, every day you're going to worry about it because you're not going to know where your money's going.
Exactly. Like a lot of people invested into my app, which is good, but people that I know and that know my characteristics and know who I am as a person, like, heck, gonna get my money back. And again, I'm not taking crazy, stupid amounts of it, but it's like, I'm going to be able to make everybody money back, but I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with giving them 1,000% return on their investment. Because again, I appreciate everybody who bought into me and who understands my vision, and boom, we going to go and take off and what I have. And again, a lot of people can't pull off what I can pull off because of my network. And I'm so good with so many people, and just me being genuine helps me. They all want to help me out, but then again, at the end of the day, everybody eats. They take a percentage of the revenue. If you get 1% of my app, you're making 10 G's a month. If I'm bringing in $1 million a month, now who wouldn't want that? I call it intellectual real estate. Who don't want that? You feel me? And the most powerful thing you own is your phone. That's the most powerful thing you own. So it's just like, shit, why not make some money off it and help people along the way?
What? I love that support. What advice would you give to people that want to get started or want to have their own business or have their own thing or even get into a better mental state?
Patience, patience, and patience. Understand that shit is not going to come in with the first week and even the first year, because even though I've been this for 8 years and I've been broke as hell, I've been real good, and it's just been a long journey of me just building the business of making 6 figures. It took me like 3 or 4 years to actually do it. But again, it's like time in and time out. Like when I did my bodybuilding stuff, I was broke as hell. I had to start a GoFundMe. Like, but people gave me into like three G's for it or something like that. And I was really grateful for it. But again, now it's the point of everybody, we live in this age of instant gratification, and people, and again, with fitness, what I hate is people always go the 1-day result to the 7-day results, and they look different. And I'm just like, you got to understand that shit is not real. Like, the marketing is beautiful for it. I would lie to you too if you finna come buy my program, because at the end of the day, after you buy it, you're not going to use it. Half the people, I think I was reading this book, I think it's like 20% of people actually succeed for the first year, if that, on actually losing weight and maintaining losing weight. Sure, you can lose that little 30-day transformation, but show me the 31 through 90-day transformation. Are you back to square one where you started or not? And again, it's just instant gratification, but we don't preach that. Our program, Slim and Thick, it doesn't take 30 days to get thick. We give you 30, 60, 90-day plans. 90 days is a minimum, okay? I took 5 years for me to change my life, or change my body, in fact. So again, people don't understand. You got to put hard work every day into it. But we're so caught up in, I need it now, I want it now. Oh, I want a flat stomach. And I'm just like, you guys don't understand what the work it takes, what foods people have to give up, what you need to do. And people are like, I got to do all that for that. I'm going to go get surgery. I said, that's fine. At the end of the day, you got to come see me. Once that shit is over, you still got to come see me. So I let them live with that. But it's just like, people understand, like you said, people do not value the hard work, and they don't want to do it.
Yeah, until you get a taste of it or someone helps you, right? Like sometimes you need someone else to help you, to show you. Some people just don't know what the steps to take. And if someone shows you the steps, and then you're like, oh, sometimes I've learned through being an entrepreneur, sometimes hard work is actually addicting, right? Like once you see money and you see the return, and you see that you grind, and you're like, wow, I actually like putting in this work. Like this is actually fun.
And that's what I was saying. That's when I was working them 70-hour weeks, and I started picking up boxing, and nobody was doing boxing when I was doing pad work. Everybody was coming. Oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to try making hella money. And again, when you talk about, do I have a mentor? No, but I try to get conversations with people I can. Like for my stock options, I talked to Todd Capital in his platform and stuff like that. But even Kamal Murray, that's a U.S. Open championship coach. Talked to him, and then I talked to Jamel King, which is a 9-to-5 millionaire, which is Eric Thomas's right hand man. His daughters play tennis at Excess Tennis. So which I'm close to. I sat there and had a conversation for an hour and a half about my app. He broke down to me. He's the reason why I started my YouTube, putting all them videos out there, show people you actually have value and stuff. He was the one that broke it down to me. Sat there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just talking about what do I need to do to get better and just to get on their level type thing. And he was like, heck, what people paid $30,000-$40,000 for, I just gave you the game for free. And it's just like, I have to take advantage of that. Imagine if I took what he did and I didn't give it out to the world, that would be on me.
Right.
Of course I'm going to listen. If somebody has $1 million and is just around Eric Thomas and around a great group of people and has abundance of money and it's like just a good person, why not do the same to get the same result? You feel me? And now at the end of the day, I'm going to train. Once it's over with, I'm training his kids in it. I help his kids, you know, everything. We build that relationship. Boom, we good. And that's what I'm saying. So it's that network, but it's, again, I listen. I like to listen, but it's not too many people out there that can really mentor me unless I have to go search for them, you know, and it's just.
So I like to like round out these lives too, right? Because I only got like 4 minutes left. By asking, and I want to like, I like to end it off in gratefulness, right? Like who's being great in your life that you see, right? To shout out who you're being influenced by, who's on your inner circle, who's holding it down, right? I want you to name, I know it's like probably a ton of people, but like what are people at the top of your mind that are being great?
Well, of course, my lovely goddess queen over here, you know, she supports me. Like I give her a hard ass time because I want her to be better for myself, but she definitely balances me out of, you know, still doing what I want for her, but then just being a good person overall. And like we have to, and again, teaching me what a real relationship is. Like we are so transparent, we're so honest. And again, it's just another part of my life where she helps me a lot more than she knows. Like not even like, I wouldn't say financially or anything, just spiritually, mentally. It's like, it's calming having a relationship you don't have to worry about. Like a lot of people have to worry about, I guess, cheating and manipulation and all that shit where I have no, like, and that's so, I don't know if you see it. So this is my only tattoo. It says committed, and that's her initials. So again, so it's like, it's just like, this is the one person I kind of devote my life to, and that just helps me in any aspect and always supports me on what I need. So again, it's like they say, like behind every great man is a great woman, or even by side, or just she's close. So again, she always helps me with everything that I do, always supportive, listens to me. And it's just like, I'm very grateful that she came into my life when she did, especially after a time where I just went through a horrific event in my life type shit. And then again, she just came through, and again, everything happens for a reason. And I know that's what I'm really grateful for.
I love that. I think I want to plug your YouTube too. What's the name of the channel? Because I think, don't you have like a video about like those tattoos, don't you?
Yeah. So it's called Hector the Trainer. Yeah. So that's, yeah, it's just, I think that's it, right? Hector yeah. So it's Hector the Trainer.
2 E's.
Yeah. So Hector THEE Trainer. Yeah. She set it up. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know nothing about YouTube. Like she likes all that marketing stuff. I don't necessarily like that shit, so I kind of leave it to her. So again, she helps me. Like we put the course together. I had the idea, like, man, let's make some money off this, because again, I got the expertise, you the person of it, and again, she's the marketing side of it. Like this is her stuff, and I want to help her get better. Because at the end of the day, we share everything. It's ours. Like it's a team. It's not just about me no more. And I'm very knowledgeable about that, and so is she. It's like it's better. 2 heads are always going to be better than one.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the live, Heck, and even like, you know, being transparent, talking about your journey, talking about that hard work, and giving people, right, books to read, YouTube, telling people to do that, telling people to just stay focused, and it takes time and to be patient, right? I appreciate all the knowledge that you dropped on this live in the past hour.
No, I appreciate you for having me. You know, we both going to make it big. You know, I appreciate you since day one, helping us, our conversations, everything. No, I appreciate you for having me on here, though, for real.
You got it. I'm going to save this. I'm going to add it to YouTube too, just so if people missed it from today, they can just watch it again. And yeah, I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon. So
Oh, for sure. For sure.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.